What's up, my friends? So we did a live stream on Sunday, and for this video, I want to kind of highlight maybe some of the good questions people asked. Maybe you missed the live stream, maybe you didn't get to catch all of it. Whatever the case is, maybe as a good kind of substitute, I got this highlight show here to highlight some of those good questions. Maybe you want to know answers to. So if that's something you want to continue to see maybe in the future, make sure you like the video, let me know in the comment section, whatever the case is. Let's get into some of the questions that I wanted to kind of grab from the last live stream and kind of highlight here. The bonus, if you get it in your contract, can the Army later on take it back? No, it's for you. The only time they ever would take it back or not give it to you is if you didn't meet the requirements of the bonus. So, for example, if the bonus required you to be in a certain MOS and you failed that school, you failed the criteria of that bonus, then yeah, they're going to take it back or they're not going to give it to you. If it required you to be in the Army for a certain amount of years and you're getting out early, they're going to take it back from you. So for the most part, as long as whatever the bonus is for, if the bonus is for you to go, let's say 11 Bravo, and you pass OSIT and everything like that, and you fill the obligations of that bonus, then they're not going to take it back from you. But if you don't meet those requirements, then yeah. Besides being early to everything, what is the biggest skill that the Army taught you that carried into civilian life? I think just how to work under pressure a little bit. I mean, it's not necessarily like the same kind of thing as far as, you know, having to worry about like, you know, getting shot or something like that, kind of worrying about someone's life type of pressure in the civilian world. But it makes it to where like, oh, we got to hurry up and get this done. And you're able to kind of like multitask and manage things and, you know, everything to get the thing accomplished. So probably something along those lines. I don't know how to properly word that best, but, you know, I definitely feel like because of my time in the Army, and you just have so much you have to get done and so many things, you know, that have to get done yesterday, you know, kind of a thing, that you figure out ways to make it happen. And I think that's kind of another thing besides being early to stuff that I think I kind of acquired. Best non-MOS skill the Army taught me was how to use a floor buffer. I could see that. I still wasn't very good at using it though. I think it would easily get away from you. It's kind of tough to control. You really took a little bit of work, but I don't know if I can't think if there's anything else on my end of a non-MOS skill that the Army taught me that I got pretty good at. No. maybe that'd make a good video. Non-MOS skills that the Army teaches you that you'll become good at. Buffing floors. I'm kind of losing motivation for joining the Army. I hear so much bad stuff on Reddit. Like leadership doesn't care about soldiers and it sucks all the time. Any tips for gaining motivation? I don't know if there's if I have any really good tips for gaining motivation. I mean, the thing with that is, yeah, that happens. Sometimes you have just crummy leadership. I mean, but I also feel like that happens in the civilian world too. So don't let that be the lone thing that decides that you're not going to join the Army is because you heard that the leadership sucks. That can be anywhere. You can get a job at Walmart, you can get a job working at Amazon, you can get a job working for an amazing bank or whatever, and you end up with crappy bosses, and it happens, right? So don't let it, you know, be the reason why. I mean, the only probably main thing probably with the Army is, at least with the civilian world, if you have a crappy boss, you can go try to find another job, you can quit, get away from that environment, and hopefully the new job has better leadership, where the Army, you're kind of stuck with it, you get stuck dealing with it. So that's probably the only thing that's kind of a big flaw in that whole thing. But I mean, you have crappy leadership anywhere sometimes. Sometimes it's hit or miss. You can't really predict it. So I don't really have any good thing to kind of keep you motivated. Just kind of remember what it is you want to join for. If there's something specifically why you want to join, then just remember that. Is the Army going to provide you the best training to do that thing you want to do? Or is it going to be better if you can find it somewhere in the civilian sector? So that's what you got to ask yourself, I guess. How easy is it to quit the Army during basic or even after basic? It's not easy, probably. A lot of times people that try to quit during basic or whatever are just going to get recycled. And so it ends up making your experience longer. You don't have a valid reason to get out of the Army. They're just going to make your life hell. So, yeah, it's not a job that if you are someone you think you're going to want to try to quit, you should not try to join the military at all. Even afterwards, no, if there's not a legitimate reason to get out of your contract, you're not. And if you do find a reason to get out of your contract, it's probably not for good reasons, and it's probably going to mess up your career, mess up your future, you know, screw up a lot of benefits, potentially, depending on why you're getting out for. So yeah, I don't know of any easy way or good way that's not going to screw you up. Are there some combat deployments that at least give you weekends off? Not usually. You might have an MOS that kind of has like some kind of like off time schedule, and you might be lucky enough, but most of the time, no. So I would not probably expect that. What do you know about the referral process before shipping out to basic? I heard you can rank up once per referral, up to 2 times. Army only, yeah. I think if you get one friend to join, then you can get E2, and I think if you can get 2 people to join, then you can potentially get E3, but you can't go past E3. So you can't go like, oh, go get like 5 people to join, and boom, now you're in E5. Wouldn't that be convenient? So I think it's just like that. Yeah, something along those lines. The recruiters do it. You can do that during the Future Soldier program or prior to leaving out. If you get a good recommendation to get someone to join, then yeah, you can come in with a little bit of rank. There's also other things that recruiters will have for you if you do the Future Soldier program, where that can help you earn rank 2 before you ship off. If you want to, start earning a little bit more money right away, rather than having to start from the bottom. Are you really chosen randomly to be 11 Bravo or 11 Charlie? Is there anything you can do convince the drill sergeant to give you 11 Bravo? Join the National Guard. I think National Guard doesn't have 11 Charlies, so if you're National Guard, they have to make you 11 Bravo. Otherwise, beyond that, no, not really. Not that I've ever heard, anyways. I've talked to quite a few individuals who are 11 Bravos, recent ones too, and all of them have given me a little bit kind of different stories here and there, but for the most part, it's still a random thing. They ended up, like one guy told me that they had like 4 platoons and they just made 1st and 2nd platoon Bravos, or like 1st, 2nd, and 3rd platoon Bravos and 4th platoon Charlies, because usually more of them will become Bravos than Charlies. So they did it that way. They had another time where they were all, another guy told me that during the beginning of basic training, they had everybody kind of lined up, and they're like, everybody from here to here, you're an 11 Bravo. Anybody from here to here, you're 11 Charlie. So everybody I've ever talked to, it's fairly random. The way they end up doing it just may vary, but yeah, I think the only way I've ever heard of someone pretty much guaranteeing 11 Bravo is National Guard. What determines what unit you get put into? Needs of the Army. I mean, if the Army needs your MOS, there's units, they have what's called MTO, which determines basically what MOSs they're authorized to have. So let's say, this particular unit is authorized to have 50 11 Bravos, but they only have 48. Well, that means they have a couple slots open. So they're going to look for people to either come into those slots from OSIT or from another duty assignment. It also depends on the rank too, because they might be 11 Bravo slots for E4 or below. If they're 11 Bravo slots for E5 and above, then that's a little bit different. They're going to pull from other duty assignments to put people on orders where they're overstrengthed at, or they've been at that place for a long time. So yeah, I mean, needs of the Army is really what kind of determines what unit you go to. There you go, a little bit of highlights from the last live stream. Some great questions in there, and hopefully fulfilled maybe some questions that maybe you had. If you would like to see my next live stream, well, every Sunday I have my live stream, so make sure you come tune in. Maybe you can ask a question, maybe it'll be featured in the next little kind of summary episode. If you want to check out some more of my videos, check these out right here. Thanks for hanging out. I'm Christopher Chaos. I'll see you next time. See ya.